Hello guys, welcome back to the channel here. My name is Captain Spino and we're back with another Jurassic World Evolution 2 tour video. Before we start, I want to say click on the subscribe button and like button down below, and also comment down below if you want to see something else next time. But beforehand, I have to say something very important. This park's idea was taken from Evolution Square, so you should also go give credit to her. And I think about 25% of the overall design was also taken from her. So yeah, you should also go and check out her channel. And yeah, that's basically what I want to say. And let's just jump into the video, shall we? So this park's name is the Besties Park, or the VIP only park. VIPs are only allowed. So all top 40 of my favorite dinosaurs are only allowed in this park. Now there are some exceptions. There are 5 dinosaurs which are exception to this that are above 40, but most of all dinosaurs are under 40, so we're all good. It's only VIPs, no one else are above that 40 line except for the 5. We're good. So let's just begin with it. Hold up, I made it. Oopsie, I didn't take capture mode. Alright, so the first area is the first central plaza that you'll take in, and you have your standard hotel area where you can rest, stay, and all that. And you have your first enclosure, and you have the newest attraction, the underground what was it, dome viewing gallery. That's what it was, dome viewing gallery. And you have, is the game paused? Yes, the game was paused. You have Metabarsauruses and Minimize as well in this first enclosure. Very simple design, it really didn't have much. It was just a simple enclosure. So we have 2 paths that take you to different sections of the park. You can take the left or the right. I would suggest right because this is the earlier done part of the park. If you take this area, you will encounter a little small restaurant plaza thingamajig overlooking the lagoon. And the lagoon we have 2 marine reptiles in here, which are Chronosaurus and Atombarosaurus. So we have Chronosaurus and Atombarosaurus, well decorated under the seabed as well. And yeah, that's the lagoon we have. So then after the small lagoon plaza, if you continue down, you have a hilly top thing. So if you know Evolution Square, you will know this design that I have used for this part of the park, and that's what I want to say, that this idea kind of was taken from Evolution Square, and some design aspects of it was also taken from Evolution Square. So yeah, basically that. So anyway, let's jump into a safari truck tour we're gonna go through. So when you go down the main path, you will arrive at another plaza and a hotel, and with restaurants and everything like that. Then you enter into a Jurassic truck tour, and you'll go through this very large orchard type valley thing, where you will be able to see Styracosaurus. What else we have in here? I just went in a circle. Where is everyone else? Guys? Huh, that's weird. Where's everyone? Everyone, where are you? Okay, we have Amargasauruses and... okay, it's gonna be hard to find in here. Ah, yes, we have Huangasauruses, and there was one more. I know what it is, but goodness, hold up. Jump out of capture mode. Sorry about that, guys. I bounced jumped out of capture mode. There's one more, definitely. It was the Euoplocephalus, but I can't find it. That's the thing, I can't find the Euoplocephalus. There is Euoplocephalus somewhere in here. Overview. Yep, I can't see where they are. So there's definitely Euoplocephalus in there. Then the truck tour goes through into a very swampy, marshy area. And... yep, there it is. There is 2 Therizinosaurus in here. I think it fits the theme because in the movie Therizinosaurus was in a more woodland tropical swampy area, so I think it fits that. Dinosaur. The truck door goes in a loop and comes out and goes through the orchard again. If I can see if I can find the URL of this again. I can't find it. They're somewhere hiding in the shadows. Lurking in the shadows, as they say. Yeah, I don't actually see them. Yeah, okay, I think we're gonna move on. So the truck door goes through the what do we say this? Some weird design that I saw from Evo, and it goes through the central plaza through several crossing points and enters into this enclosure right over here, where you have Pyroraptors, a very standard enclosure, and it goes through and loop into another large pasture where you have Brachiosauruses, Stegosauruses, and Chasmosauruses as well. Then you have a central enclosure which is not accessible by the truck but only viewing, and you have Troodons in here. So Troodon is one of the exceptions. It's not on the top 40 list. It's actually below the top 40 list. Then the truck crosses into, or wait, it's the other side. Oopsie, I made a mistake. But anyway, the truck crosses into the Trilophosaurus enclosure. Cool. I like Cryo. I love him. And it goes into the Iguanodon enclosure over here. Very standard enclosure. And it loops back up, comes back, and ends up in the same area. So that's the safari area. And then when you take the path passing by the central loop where you can see the Troodons, you contain into a very mountainous plateau look, I would say, where you have several roads and everything else like that. And the northern pathway will take you into a swampy area where you will have Dimetrodons. Yes, you have Dimetrodons in here. I like him. And then behind the Dimetrodons, we have a Ceratosaurus enclosure. So yeah, we have Ceratosaurus over there with a moat and a very normal enclosure, I would say, And we have an innovation center overlooking the newest dinosaurs to the game, the Dinochirus, part of the feathered species pack, one of my favorite. And yeah, I think I really like this dinosaur, I'll be honest. I really like it. And yeah, it's a really nice enclosure. And then another pathway loops around, connects with this one, and you have, I think, then other one is in here. I think it's the Eutyrannus in here. Yep, it's Eutyrannus. We have Eutyrannus in here, and yeah, I just like the nickname, like Uty. You could just call it Uty, probably. So yeah, you have Eutyrannus in here. I think it's a very big enclosure for it. It really does not need this much space, but hey, who cares? Then you have a small herbivore pit over here where you have Kentrosauruses and Dryosauruses over here. After you go through the pit, what? You had to pass through the pit. So there's a small plaza again over there, and this boardwalk will take you to another central plaza over here where you can you can just look at a decent sized Allosaurus enclosure. It is my top, I think it was top 3 in my entire tier list. It was top 3, so it's my top 3 favorite dinosaur. Yeah, it's the third guy. It's the third best dinosaur in the game for me. and that's the enclosure for the Allosauruses. You have a small viewing galleries for some aliens. We have Tapiara in here. The other one I think is Johalopteryx. Johalopteryx, yes. Johalopteryx, the new fruit bat dinosaur that's in the game. So cute. Anyway, you can come out of the plaza through several pathways and enter back up from that pit. It's actually a pit kind of look. And you can hop into the islands again. And taking the next path, you will encounter another secondary safari that will start over here and will enter into the first enclosure, which is a Apatosaurus slash Werosaurus enclosure. Apatosaurus and Werosaurus. The truck goes through and it doesn't go through the Homalocephaly enclosure. You have a small Homalocephaly enclosure, which is simple. And then you have another small plaza over here. Trucks go through into our T-Rex enclosure. Our big boy. So we have our T-Rex enclosure over here. After going through T-Rex, it will pass through my favorite dinosaur in the entire game, Changosaurus, and it'll go through a Changosaurus enclosure. I really like the Changosaurus, best dinosaur I think in the entire game. And you have the new wooden viewing gallery, the log viewing gallery, which I think I blended in perfectly. And that's the Changosaurus enclosure, looping around, and it will enter into another aviary. I think residence to the Geostembagia, my favorite avian in the entire game. Then the truck tour will pass through. Wait, what? Okay, there are sometimes mistakes that I make that the truck tour doesn't go properly through the way I want, but that's okay. So the truck door goes through here, which is actually goes through the opposite way, so I can't change that right now. But the truck door goes through here, and you have some Gigantosaurus or Gigantosaurus, whatever you want to call it. And you have the Dominion models for the Gigantosaurus. A very woodlandish environment for them. Cool. And the path will take you in by crossings into a loopity-loop Quetzalcoatlus enclosure. So Quetzalcoatlus is another one that is below the 40 tier, the top 40 list. It's below top 40. So yeah, Quetzalcoatlus is a good one, but it didn't fall too much in the front of my tier list, so that was the problem. And then it'll loop back around and end up in the same area. So that is the northern section of the park, or the upland section of the park. Now we'll be going down to the beach. So when you go to this part of the park, you will have two zip lines, which, a fun fact, zip lines can actually connect different parts of the park. So if you put this from one section or accessible part of the park to the other section, you don't need to connect it by path. Normally you would have to do it by the monorails, but you don't need to do it now. And another fact, Homalocephaly also was below 40, just saying. So the thing will take you down to this big area where you have the first enclosure you'll be seeing is actually a lagoon where you have like Pterodons in here. And I forgot to, I definitely forgot to decorate the bottom. And then adjacent to it is a Majangasaurus enclosure, another one which is below the 40 mark. You know, we needed to fill the park with some dinosaurs, so we needed some extras in here, so that's why. So we have Majangosauruses. Honestly, the Majangosauruses patterns are really cool. It's just that sometimes the design, when I look at it, it looks weird sometimes. And the other side of the lagoon, you will have a very large herbivore enclosure where you have Sinoceratops. So that's all Sinoceratops. Oranosauruses. There should be one more. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Huh? Where are they? What? I forgot water was also in here. So, what was it? Wait, no, that's wrong. Sometimes it might be around this. Can I go in first? No, I want to go in there. No! No! Ah, can't go in. All the trees are stuck in. I think it was Sticky Molochs in here. I think it was Sticky Molochs in here. That was the other one. But the other herbivore enclosure, we have Parasaurolophus. One of the best, I think now the current Parasaurolophus is better. And you have Alamosauruses as well. And wait, I think there are Pentaceratops as well in here. Yeah, Pentaceratops are here as well. So from there, you can cross a bridge through a canal that goes through in a loop. And you have one area with, should be here, my top two favorite, Suchomimus, and the other side has one of my favorites, Spinosauruses. Spinosaurus? It's only one Spinosaurus. Then you'll cross the canal to the other side where you'll be encountering another plaza, and you have Australometer pit or pool or whatever you call it. And a very woodlandish environment for Acrocanthosauruses in here. So there you have it, guys. That is the park. It's pretty big. And I have to again and keep on saying it, this idea is taken from Evolution Square. So you have to check her out as well. A lot of design aspects were also taken from her. So yeah. I just had to put it out there. But I hope you all enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe and click that like button down below as I said before. And I'll see you all next time. Peace out.